Big punch. Big punch. Wave yourself. Come on. Do the shit. Come on, baby. Why train? Why work hard to do a lift that's virtually pointless in the grand scheme of life, a max weight Turkish get-up? What's the point of spending hours in the gym, pushing your body to its limit, risking injury? Well, first I like to think about, what is strength? Is it the amount of weight that you can lift, the amount of weight that you can hold, the amount of weight that you can push? What kind of strength? Physical strength, mental strength, emotional? I've always thought that what gets done in the gym needs to make you a better person outside of the gym. A better friend, a better partner, family member, community member. Other hand, shake, no, shake. Good girl.
We were in El Salvador on the beach, just taking a morning walk over a cup of coffee when he found out that someone had beat his record. And of course, me being like, well, are you gonna come back and are you gonna get it? Are you gonna train for it? And he's like, well, I don't know. I'm not just I forever need to be the Turkish get-up guy. And he's like, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna start. I'm training starts today.
We got some micro change plates here. 0.113 kg or a quarter of a pound in the freedom units. Right here, 3/4 of a pound. What's this one? Half pound, and then 1 pound. So we get precise today.
You just keep those in the kitchen?
I just always, well, that's where the plates go, in the kitchen. 3 hours until game time, a little bit less than 3 hours. So it'll be wrapping up the meat, kind of pulling it apart, bringing it over to the event, keeping it warm and setting everything up so we're ready to go. Made a bunch of these shirts for today. Limits are an illusion.
Who taught you how to do Turkish game?
Mike.
Is he a good teacher?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why is he a good teacher?
Because he's so good at it, and he's good at explaining how to do it.
It's a pretty rare thing. I mean, I was thinking about it last year when I did the Turkish Get Up, and I had 100 of my closest friends and family members there watching you hit a PR. And so if you've ever hit a PR in the gym by yourself or just with your friends, you know how amazing that feels. And then imagine having a lot of people watching you support in that way. And so there's kind of like a few different buckets that my brain goes to in these last few hours. One is the meaning behind the lift, which is very emotional and intense. The other are logistics. So, making sure the meat's set up, making sure everything's roped off, I have the right equipment, I'm warming up in time, everyone knows where to go. There's that. And then there's actually the lift. To be honest, I look forward to that point.
In 9th grade, when he was already an incredible athlete, one of his phys ed teachers came up to me and said, Michael, we did a 1 mile run and there was a kid with special needs who felt like he couldn't do it. And Michael didn't care about his time. He just trotted along and walked and encouraged that kid. And the teacher was so impressed. And I thought, wow, that's awesome. His ability to know people and interact with all kinds of people was off the charts. I don't know where that came from. If you want to believe in psychic stuff from his grandfather, he was a lot like Michael, and he was a very people person and very athletic. And
All right, thank you all for coming. This means so much to me to support a great cause, Valor Fit, veteran mental health, suicide prevention. I'm gonna try not to get emotional here, but This cause is really important to me and my family. I think I teed it up.
We were always raised in a very proud military family. And ever since we were young, it's always been a lot about mental health. I think it's something that's always stuck with us, that we could see the pain behind the smile that a lot of veterans hold. A lot of men want to just protect and keep it in and just keep grinding. And Mike has really worked at making small, medium, and large conversations easy to talk about.
Yeah, my mom's here, her brother's here. My grandfather, their father, died by suicide when I was 5. And it was a really challenging time for our whole family. And so a big part of just my life and the mission that I want to bring to the world is to use the strength that you've been given to support the community and the people that are around you. And so for me to be here, being able to use the strength that I have to bring awareness toward a cause that's deep to my heart, it's emotional. It means a lot. So thank you for everyone for coming out to support that. I mean, the lift is going to take 1 minute long, you know, and you're all here on a weekend. So thank you for that. On the bar now is 240 pounds. The current record is 257.5. So we're going to do 2 attempts. That's the plan. We're going to hit this, which is pretty heavy. Depending on how this feels, we're going to make the next judgment, and that will be the new record. Thank y'all. The Turkish get-up is considered one of the hardest exercises in the gym. It requires a lot of mobility, strength, and focus to complete. There's never a moment where you can relax when you have a weight bearing down on you. You are in a constant state of flow where time slows down, and the challenge that's in front of you is so high, it requires absolutely all of your skill to complete. Now, when I think about the Turkish get-up, I think of it as this symbolic lift. You start on your back with this heavy weight bearing down on you. You're holding it over your head with one hand, and you just sit up for a dead stop while maneuvering your body to the side position and then coming back to the other side into a lunge position before standing up with the weight that's overhead, and then you reverse the movement until you're lying flat on your back. And you know, it's hard in life when you feel like the weights are holding you down. But just like training in the gym, you get stronger by facing those limits, your fears. You really get stronger by breaking yourself down, recovering, resting, and building yourself back up. We're gonna roll the dice today. We're gonna go for 271 pounds. So we're gonna try to put a mark on that record. You know, growth, it's not comfortable as much as we want it to be. The discomfort is a requirement, and you'll be sore. It'll be hard, but most importantly, it will be worth it, and you'll be able to adapt to it. Off the head. I really am working on not getting typed too early, focusing everything in on that 75 seconds that I need to be as focused and explosive as possible. And so kind of trying to keep my cool until there's that moment where I just can put maximum violence and aggression into what I need to do. for this, like if I have a great day, it'll be great. And if I have a really off day, I'm not sure if I'll be able to hit the lift. And so you never know what kind of day it is. And the heavy Turkish getup is such a nervous system intense lift.
A lot of us that were there last year were here, you know, this year as well. And so it was just a different experience. And he's like, so he feels like he needed to rush. And I'm like, you know, slow down. We're all here for you. We can sit here all day. The only thing we have to do is to be here and witness this.
It's the coolest thing to watch you.
Oh man, thanks dude.
You got it.
I got it.
You got it.
It's right there.
You're there.
Yeah, I try with Rem, you know, and I'm supporting raising him as one of the parents in his life, not like setting up the environments that can produce interesting aspects for him to explore in his life. I don't ever want to like tell him how to feel, tell him what to do, but I want to create the environment that he gets to explore and figure those things out on his own. Maybe the word's fulfilling. It's really fulfilling to have the conversations I get to have with him now as he's getting older and starting to put kind of those dots together in his own way. I know if I don't get it, it's okay, and you'll still love me.
Yes.
I know that I'm not gonna beat myself up if I don't get it. And I know that I'm just more than lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That and beyond.
So I'm gonna give it a final attempt, and then if I don't get it on that attempt, I'm just gonna call it. Because
You feel like you're risking injury?
yeah, and then I'm not gonna go after it anymore. I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
I think.
I think you also got it.
Yeah.
I think you've got this.
Yep. This is not the speech I want to give, but I'm going to give it. I appreciate you all staying here for so long and fighting with me through this lift. And what I told you in the beginning was I rolled the dice and wanted to go big. And sometimes when that happens, you don't always get what you want. And so I'm proud of myself for rolling the dice on that. And yeah. But that's not just some like BS thing. Like it's really true, and that's yeah. That's a hard thing to like just for me to be honest with myself with not achieving something, and so yeah, I truly am proud, which feels really good to say, to be honest, because old me went up in that, so. Yeah. Maybe.
You got it. I'm proud of you. You did so good. So proud of you, honey.
Oh, sorry, Uncle Michael. I feel an identity shift away from crazy lifts that are great, but the reality is I'm 37 years old almost, and I don't want to keep banging myself up. Like I want to develop my mind and the school and still be healthy and trained, but don't have to go over things that are so yeah.
Good.
So, I mean, that's what I'm saying right now. We'll see. I might wake up tomorrow and be like, I can fucking do it! I facilitate a monthly men's group at my house, and we practice what I like to refer to as emotional fitness. Nothing like a summertime treat, you know, in February. Pesto pasta is new. I haven't done that yet. But when I pull out smoked the meat, that's gonna be nice. I invite 20 to 30 guys over to the house. We eat some food, and we sit in this big circle outside, right around a fire. When I was growing up, I had kind of 3 main feelings that was allowed: happy, mad, and sad. And so if I was frustrated, that would have to go into the angry bucket or the sad bucket. And I never gained a language for how to express myself. And so this is a time to practice building that vocabulary, that language, so we can feel seen and understood, and kind of give ourselves the agency to create better emotional connection with the people in our lives. And we each get a few minutes to practice, sharing our emotions with no input or advice from anyone else, just complete focus on the man that's sharing. It can certainly be uncomfortable to, some of these guys are strangers. You're coming for the first time and you might not know anyone. But it's really the type of discomfort that you can grow from. I call it emotional fitness because just like training, just like fitness, it's not easy. You don't always want to go. It's hard. You get sore, maybe a little vulnerable hangover the next day, but you're always happy that you showed up. And the more you practice it, the stronger you get building up those emotional gains.
When they come, they're kind of nervous. Like for the first time, they're kind of nervous. And then I talk about the thing that's been hurting them for a long time that no one else they could talk to with. And then they feel so much happy when they leave.
A quick little story that I just remember is I was playing basketball, and every time I would score, I would run down just smiling and all happy, and my coach pulled me over. It's like, you can't smile. It's like, you gotta be tough. You gotta shut that smile away. And I really internalized that and kind of hardened me up for a little bit. So he called me Smiley, so I'm trying to get my smile back. But the unfortunate aspect of not being able to share those emotions is that you don't have a language for how you're feeling. And so as I was growing up and starting to be in relationships and friendships, if I was frustrated with someone, that would just go in the anger bucket, and I would never be able to effectively communicate how I was feeling. And so they would never be able to understand me, and then I walked around feeling like no one fucking gets me, and I'm this lone wolf, and I'm just alone in this existence, and kind of would write people off. And that sucks. I don't want to do that. And so I want to practice what you see on that sheet, which is emotional fitness. So there's about 50 or so different emotions on there. I look at this sheet often, and if I'm upset or having something in my gut that doesn't feel great, I'll kind of reference back to that to say, okay, what is it that I'm actually really feeling? And it can be helpful.
What do you wish more kids, what do you wish they knew?
I wish they knew that just because someone is someone looks sad or something means you should make them more uncomfortable or something. Also, talking about your feelings helps so much compared to other kids that just hold it in and never talk about it, and that's impossible for them. Yeah, it makes me a stronger person doing it because it's fun and cool, and I like being strong.
Welcome back. We're back 48 hours later. Coming to get ours. Today, there's no event, but we got the boys, we got the vibes, we got some family here, and we're feeling good. The nervous system's turned on. I think I took a little too long rest before the event. Took about 9-10 days off of really heavy lifting, and so I think that event kind of sparked it, and now 48 hours later, we're gonna hit the record. My first ever weightlifting coach, he told me I had this disease called the TFN disease. His name's Mark Chasnoff. And when you're learning Olympic weightlifting, it's so technical, and you're thinking so much about keeping the bar close, keeping your shoulders engaged. There's so many things that you're focused on that you can forget to put the aggression into the bar, and because you don't want to mess up that technique. And Mark came up to me, he's like, "Well, you got the TFN disease." I'm like, "What's that?" It's like, "You're too fucking nice. He's like, you just gotta be aggressive, and there's time to be a nice guy, and there's time to express yourself in a angry, not necessarily angry, but in a violent way. And violence doesn't always mean bad. And so express your violence now. This is like the place to do it. And so I'm waiting for that moment where I get to express that today.
Point forward, whole ass pound. 261.4, 2, 1.
What are you most excited about?
Probably seeing him celebrate once he gets it down.
Booyah, baby. I hope after watching this video, you think about your own ceilings and where you're putting those limitations on yourself. You know, I never thought I'd be able to do a Turkish get-up with nearly 115% of my body weight and set a Guinness record. But by focusing on what I can control, surrounding myself in a bunch of positive environments with some great friends and family, that when I got knocked down, I can build the strength to get back up, and you can too.
Okay, hey, we're good. We got the record. We did what we need to do. Now we focus on running 100 miles in the Leadville 100, doing the lead challenge coming up in 5 months. I got to drop about 45 pounds. We're gonna make it happen.
You know, I really believe in that embodied challenge as a way of growing as human beings. I think it's biological to us as humans to push ourselves in a physical manner, and we've gotten away from that in a real comfortable life and comfort society. We can spend so much time on screens watching other people live their lives that it takes away from us being able to live our own lives and live our own great adventure. And whenever I ask people what's the greatest moments of their life, they never say, that time I watched this movie or that reel or anything related to a screen. They talk about a hike or a trip or a game, something where they're using their body, they're outside, they're enacting on the world. And so I really encourage folks to get out and express themselves in the real world. And you know, I'm making a 180-degree shift in my own training and embodiment challenge from the heaviest Turkish get-up ever to now running 100 miles and biking 100 miles at the Leadville 100, pursuing the Lead Challenge, which are 7 ultra-marathon distance races over the course of about the summer 2 months in the high mountains of Leadville, Colorado, over 10,000 feet. And so I'll be changing my body composition, changing my training, going from being the best in the world at one thing to, you know, maybe closer to the bottom of the pack on the other, but then working on having the capacity and the ability to push myself in new ways and learn beautiful lessons along the way.